wacky randomized
like
game, and we're off. Yeah,
we're off, and we're on different stages. We got Creed going into Quick, and EasyDanger going for Flashman.
yeah. Creed sticking to his same route from last time. EasyDanger deferring a little bit. Flashman for.
Well, maybe he's looking to find the crash wall weakness a little sooner, or maybe he just really wants that E-tank.
Ooh, we're into fat fans and tin cans. Fat fans and tin cans. Never a good combination of this tight little corridor of Flash stage.
No, never. And the fans can be incredibly annoying. You can actually just sit there and keep jumping to get a little bit of your momentum back, but you're still going to be heavily slowed until you can shoot them. Meanwhile, Creed here having a little bit of chicken trouble, but luckily they're not dealing too much damage to him. He's just kind of eating it and moving forward just fine. EasyDanger opting for what's usually a slightly slower path, but only ever so slightly. I guess he's trying to prioritize that big energy pickup there.
Kami, give me 1 second.
Alright, and both runners have quickly dispatched their bosses. Relatively little issue here.
Very nice. Yeah, both these guys make it out of the first stage. Pretty much tied up. And Creed fighting item 2 early.
And now they are alternating stages. This ought to be interesting. I'm not sure the actual time difference in these two stages. I know they're both fairly fast, but we won't really know who's ahead until the outcome of this stage.
Yes, indeed. Creed trying to find if he's got something, and Quick Boomerang's gonna take out the tin can. Oh, and we found the wall weakness, stage 2. It's gonna be weak to Buster. And at the same time, Danger over here dealing with chickens and Quickman.
Yeah, they're roughing him up pretty good here. He may end up using an E-tank just to get through here. No, he actually took a death.
Yeah, it's gonna cost him a little bit of time here. Hate to see deaths, but at the same time, hate to see E-tank spent that early too. But yeah, these chickens, not similar to the chickens in the last seed. These take multiple hits to take out compared to the ones in the last seed with just one shot.
Yeah, those ones in the last seed were no issue. Not even on heat stage, but if we find them in other parts of the game, they could really slow both players down, potentially, taking so many shots to kill them. Unless, of course, one of them finds a weakness to them. Airman playing some really good defense here against Creed, but he's negotiating with him just fine. Using the E-tank to make sure he doesn't die. I think he's got this. And he does. No problem. EasyDanger coming up to his boss.
Yeah, bye-bye Airman for LVCreed. And Easy finding Woodman in Quick Stage. Next up, Bubble
This is not a particularly fun woodman fight either, with the leaves that he throws being so slow like that. He actually ends up with 2 leaf shields on screen at a time here. It can be pretty tough, especially if you don't have the E-Tank. But luckily EasyDanger does. Unfortunately does not seem to have the weakness. Ah, but the Buster's working a little better for him. Here we have Creed going again for the Buster only zip in bubble stage here. Basically just has to tuck himself underneath that middle platform, which he's plenty far over enough here. And he stuck the landing perfectly and skips that nasty spike section.
Yeah, an easy finding item too now. Creed making it through bubble. You know, those are usually the first 3 stages you see. Easier stages to deal with less utilities, especially in the randomizer.
Yeah, it's really nice to find those utilities early on in the 8 robo stages, because as you go between them, your weapon energy will get filled between each stage, unlike the Wily stages where it acts like one big stage and you don't get that nice perk. So if you can get them nice and early, you can use and abuse them to your heart's content and pick up a lot of time in all the stages.
Yes, indeed. And LVCreed takes out the boss so quick I didn't even know who gets a chance to see who it was. So that's pretty legit. Hopefully I'll get to see it here on the EasyDanger screen. Creed choosing air next. Like I was saying, personally, I try to save air toward the end because of how the enemies can be pretty brutal over these pits here. I want to at least personally get item 1 before I go through here. That's me. But some people can do it without it. I mean, I can myself do it without it as well, but it tends to scare the living daylights out of me.
And EasyDanger here somehow recovering after what looked like he missed the zip. He somehow took a step to the left and actually nailed the zip anyway. Excellent recovery there.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, and Duckfist, if you didn't see that platform where the lightning wards are usually, Duckfist put a platform there. That way, just in case RNG favors a different way, or he could put different enemies in that section there.
Yeah, in earlier versions of the randomizer, you didn't even have sections like that. It was still the standard air crossing, and there were times where it was pretty nearly impossible. You had to just grind it, bash your head against the wall until you managed to get lucky. So it looks like that was actually Bubble Man EasyDanger just fought there in Bubble stage there. And,
Okay.
It was a quick fight again both times. I just barely caught him out of the corner of my eye while I was talking there.
Yeah, good stuff, because I definitely missed him again. Watching LVCreed deal with these chickens. Oh, man. We'll see who's in air stage here. I believe this is the 4th Robot Master for Creed. Danger choosing metal there next on his route.
And it looks like this boss was weak to the Buster, so even though his first weapon he tried there, Creed switched to Buster and made it through really quick. Yeah. He didn't even get to use his flash stopper.
And on top of that, that Flashman in particularly was one of the easier patterns. You just shoot him once, he jumps over, shoot him twice, he jumps over again. Easy peasy. Down goes the Flashman. LVCreed making it to metal as well, joining easy. Can't say he's a full stage ahead just yet. But we'll see who's in the metal corridor here shortly. He's gonna item 2. Easy, pretty smart by EasyDanger to item 2 over the area. It's one of the areas you actually see in the any percent route that you item 2 over as well.
Looks like he's opting not to get the E-Tank this time around.
Yeah, I actually agree with this. I mean, Creed skipped it the first round. I mean, this is a race, right? Like, you've got to balance that safety versus risk. Like, hey, I can do this without the E-Tank. This will save me 10 seconds here. You know, I mean, you're trying to beat the other guy, right? So
that's right, and that can be a particularly risky E-Tank too. If you don't know what enemy is ahead, you might not even make the pause buffer jump back across.
Yeah, like Creed playing with the music here,
giving us that musical buster to this X music.
And we find
Hanger stage.
Kawanger, yeah, I think so. And we find, speaking of boomerangs, we've got quick boomerang weakness to Crash Man, EasyDanger. And Creed looking for a weakness himself.
Still fishing about for it, but there we go. Metal seemed to work pretty well there. Got through it nice and quick after he had found it.
Definitely so. Now we see Easy going for air. Oh no!
Ooh.
And see, that is exactly the reason why, me personally, I like to have item 1 on this stage, just in case. But yeah, Easy's not gonna have item 1. He's gonna have to do it anyway. Might have to take it a little bit slower. Meanwhile, Creed making his way to the crash climb here. I'm not sure if he's found item 1 either, seeing that he hasn't.
Well, he used it on air stage, I thought. But
did he? I think he was using item 2.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah. It was item 2.
Yeah. The item 1 might be actually locked above the stage right here that he's on right here. So we'll see. We've got some fat fans giving Creed a little bit of trouble here. We'll see how he deals with them. He's gonna buster it out. Is he gonna reset the room? Yes, he is. He doesn't have to wait for the lift. Easy running into another death pit here, unfortunately. Alright, Creed spaces it out the right way. This makes it up.
Alright, and he's through the first tough part.
Yeah, that's the first part. And we got rabbits here on this screen, so we'll see what happens during the climb.
Yeah, that means we could find rabbits guarding the tops of ladders just up ahead. Definitely one of the more difficult obstacles to have to overcome in this randomizer.
Yeah, frogs and rabbits are probably some of the worst. Oh, but batoons are probably more of your friend. And we've run into a few of them here. So it looks like this climb isn't going to be as taxing as some. Oh, shrimp on the other hand.
Even the shrimp aren't too bad. Usually they only will reach you once as long as you just hold up. But if
yeah,
they're
it didn't
doing
give
massive
too much
damage. Alright, and Creed is ready to fight quick, man, while EasyDanger's having a little fun with these chickens here on the platforms on air stage.
Yes, sir. Ooh, close fight. Creed edges him out, though. And I apologize that I'm not interacting with the chat as much. I'm actually a little bit far away from my chat, so I cannot see it. Unfortunately. But Creed makes his way to Woodman now. Ooh, nice. Is that Bionic Commando? Forgive me.
I'm not sure.
I think it's Bionic Commando. I didn't actually own the game, so I haven't played as much Bionic Commando as perhaps say the next guy. Oh, Creed spins an E-Tank by accident, and he misses the mini zip as well. EasyDanger making his way into Woodman as well. And still no item 1. Only item 2 here. So I think Creed's actually got 6 Robot Masters down. I want to say EasyDanger has got 5 down, maybe.
I believe that's the case, yes. And their stage order is a little bit different from one another, so being one stage apart like this, they end up actually on the same stages at the same time for a little while here.
Yeah, no item 1 for Danger either. Which I actually do like here in the randomizer, because you get to see the sky right here, as you'll see on EasyDanger's screen, which isn't proving me good this time, but usually it's a pretty neat color. This time it's just midnight black, which is fine, but you see all sorts of color skies, from red to teal to blue to yellow, all sorts of color skies, having to go a long way when not being able to do the zips and the good wood.
Yeah, some of my favorite features of the randomizer are the non-offensive ones. The palette changes, the music changes, all that kind of stuff. I love it. Pretty much every one of them is unique, but some of them are particularly good looking. One of my favorites is when Wily 3 actually has blue water.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, instead of that toxic sewage water in the vanilla game. And yeah, I mean, this Woodman stage normally has green leaves. As you can see, it was fall this time of year apparently, and in the wood arena.
Meanwhile, Heat stage looks a little bit more like a sewer.
Yeah, it does. It does. Looks like something maybe out of the Ninja Turtles. And EasyDanger taking out Heat Man, and we'll see where he moves on to next. Wanna say, I know he's got Heat left, and I think Crash as far as EasyDanger goes. Creed, I think he just has Heat, Crash, and Air. Ooh, Danger didn't finish Air. Okay. I figured he finished Air.
Nice zip there by Creed.
Yeah, that was item 1 too. Oh my. You know, I don't. Go ahead.
Passing a lot of them Yokus there. That's one of the more dangerous sections for Yokus sometimes. I'd almost rather do this section of Yokus than that first one.
See, I'm definitely used to seeing that zip, but not ever, I don't think, have I seen it used with item 1. So it's pretty neat. Just like I've seen Metal the other with the item 3 zips in Wily 4, the boss corridor zip, which was pretty crazy for me to see. Not optimal, but I mean, hey, it works. Usually you see item 3 in that area that Creed just used item 1 in, and vice versa. You see item 1 the other day instead of item 3 for the Wily 4 boss corridor zip. LVCreed making it out of Heat Man and Metal. If that is his 8th Robot Masters, he's on his way to Wily sub 20. And that's pretty good for the randomizer, sure.
Yeah, that's really good. That's rather impressive. I would say sub 30 is pretty good. I don't know how he's getting so consistent here. That's amazing. I want that consistency. Give me some of that.
Yeah, definitely not one to sleep on.
No, not at all. And I want to say that he probably went for item 1 either just because he happened to have it or because it's actually moving a little faster than normal in this seed.
Well, no, he didn't. He didn't have item. He just got it out of Heat Arena from fighting Metal. So he had to use item 1 in order to zip there. Oh, nice. And yeah, he's gonna fly over the same spot EasyDanger did last time. Meanwhile, Easy making his crash climb, excuse me, which saying clash climb is also right if you're used to Rockman 2, which would be the Japanese version of Mega Man 2. Alright, so we're setting up item 1. It is a zippable, but we're not going to go for that there to do the vertical zip here up the ladder. Ooh, nice quick man looking like Aquaman over there for EasyDanger. Okay, maybe not. Aquaman's more orange. Does Easy have E-Tanks? I don't know. He opts not to spend one, though.
Oh, we forgot to play our game here. Too late to guess the color of the dragon here. But there he is.
I'm gonna say it's green with a peak stomach. That's my guess.
That's a very good guess. You've won. You've won a brand new car.
Hey, all right. I'll take the dragon kind of car. Is there such thing? Give me the dragon car. Oh no, and Easy takes another. Meanwhile, Creed's gonna find Metal Blades weak to this dragon that earned me a brand new car. Yes. So happy.
Yeah, we're waiting on Tesla to get back to us about that car, but you know, it's coming. It's on its way.
Cool, man. I'd be happy with a Pinto Kappa.
I don't think they make those brand new anymore, luckily, but they do make worse. It'll be random, whatever it is, I'm sure.
There we go. I like that. As long as it'll get me down the road.
It'll at least do it as well as gravity.
I hear you, I hear you. And then, man, now. Alright, let's test the walls. Creed already knows it's weak to Buster. We found that out in stage 2 actually, which was Flashman's stage. For Creed, anyways.
Yeah, they both alternated quick and flash.
And I like how that those tin can men sometimes just zip off the screen after you hit them, or in Bubble stage, in the place of the frogs toward the end of the enemy, or excuse me, toward the end of the stage, the enemy just like zips off the screen altogether. If it's a tin can, it's pretty neat. Ooh, Shotman weak to or invulnerable to Buster. Your Buster doesn't hurt me, but Creed's just gonna jump over him. EasyDanger taking the long way here. I'd probably end up having to do the same thing since item 3 is locked behind Heat, but Creed gave me a something to go practice here in the future. So
Yeah, that's a really good backup strategy if you're ready for it. Not having item 3 probably wouldn't hold you back too much here. Looked like he made up a lot of time with that item 1 zip back there.
yeah, and Creed finding Pico 2 Buster. Quick work, 25 minutes out of Pico. Very nice. 25 and a half.
Yeah, and I would say finding Buster weakness for Pico is one of the better weaknesses because you don't end up fishing for it, you don't end up taking too much damage, and you know, their pattern's not randomized, so knowing what to expect, you should be able to tell where to position yourself and just easily deal with it. It's usually optimal compared to having to fish.
Yeah,
thank
goodness that it's not randomized, because that boss, even on easy mode, can give you some troubles. Not being weak to like a lot of things, you know.
I would say that sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I would say that's probably the most common boss for me to die to is the Pico.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, man. The way, depending on what seed, how weapons act, you know, it can be somewhat hard to deal with the speed, especially of the later Picos, because they speed up.
So, I couldn't put my thumb on it for a minute here, and that's common with this song, but I believe what we're hearing here is actually the Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 64, I think, is actually what it originates from.
Yeah, that's correct. And then just in case you don't remember this part of Mario Kart 64, here comes the Guts Dozer. He's going to be throwing the blue shells at you. And you're definitely trying to find the red shell weakness, which happens to be air this time. And that's a 3 jump from LVCreed. Guts Dozer is down, passing the finish line of Rainbow Road to move on to Bowser's Castle. And what a castle it is.
Smart play by EasyDanger there with that slow-moving leaf shield, using that completely to his advantage to keep them chickens at bay so he can progress fairly steadily. I really like that.
Yeah, he had a lot of trouble getting through this section, so he's having to revisit air. But it looks like now that he's got leaf shield, he's not having too much trouble getting through it this time, and he's getting drops from the chickens. So yeah, it's just going to be a matter of taking out this final boss and then making it to the Wily stages himself. Oh, Creed mislined his ladder, or his vertical zip there, to get over this spike pit. So he's going to have to go over the old-fashioned way. Oh, that is smart! Wow!
I am going to use that.
No, you can't. You're Buster only. that's cheating for you. But I'm gonna use that for sure. Wow, what a guy. He's like, yo, I've got this. I'm gonna find out where the hole is. Now see, if the that could get you in trouble though, because if there's more than one hole. Well, I don't know. Is there more than one?
No, there's
only one.
There's always just the one on that screen. The first screen with the false floors has 2, which they can be right next to each other or not. They could be anywhere. But no, that screen always has the 1.
So yeah, the tech is coming out in the tournament, guys. Oh man, LVCreed showing some good tech early. He's gonna pause buffer.
Pause buffers, yeah.
Yeah, instead of damage boosting, pause buffer that. I've actually run into some troubles with that, leaving item 1 on the screen while trying to do that. And yeah, of course, I'll if you do what I just said, you're gonna end up in the spike pit. Share a similar fate. But
you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, to say the least. All right, here we go. Boo beams, it is. Alright, we're gonna find the weakness here shortly to the boo beams.
Meanwhile, EasyDanger having a little bit of trouble in the first screen. A Wily one here, then Bird's giving him a tough time, but he's pulling through still. Coming up towards the climb to the dragon, and it looks like Creed has found the weakness.
Yeah, quick boomerang once again. I tries to pause buffer that, didn't work out for him.
That time he had a successful pause buffer, avoiding all the damage there.
Yeah, saving his E-tanks. Just gonna quick boomerang, make quick work of boo beam. Or of the boo beams. Sorry, didn't pluralize that. Is that even a word? Pluralize? Make that plural? Is that what I should say? I don't know. English is hard. Here we go. Creed making his way to the reef. Hey, what color is the dragon? I don't remember. Oh yeah, I got a car because of it.
Yeah. You had a perfect guess there. Green and pink. It sounds like we have Fireman music from Mega Man 1 here. Wait, no.
No, that's Guts.
Lying. That's Guts.
Yeah, that's definitely Guts. Good stuff though. Good attempt. You get 4 out of 5 for attempts.
I get,
E for effort. Yeah. And there's always the chance that Metal Man makes you right by switching the music. Not sure exactly what causes it, but I hope that's left in, because it's an awesome change when you get to see it. Although LVCreed not triggering it, it's gonna fight Woodman now. Got the slow leaf shield, short hop, and not Buster Weak, and here goes an E-tank. And Easy making it across the big spike pit using item 2. He's gonna grab the E-tank here in Wily 2. He's gonna fill up a little bit of don't know which one that is. That was Crash Bomb. He's gonna walk over the rest of them. Quick boomerang takes out the quick man, which I need to actually go back and find the quick man I fought earlier today. Looked like the Anti-Flash. Not sure how many DC comic fans there were out there, but it's pretty neat to come across that.
Oh, thank you, Mad Matt. This is Cutman music. I don't know how I didn't know that. I can barely hear it, but
Is it Cutman? Oh man,
it is definitely Cutman. It is definitely Cutman.
Yeah, you're right. I was thinking it was.
I've only played Mega Man.
You thought it was Fire. Man,
times you'd think I'd be able to figure out the music.
I'm such a scrub. Such a scrub. Oh, and that machine is not weak to Buster, not weak to Quick. What are we weak to, machine? Air? No.
Nothing works.
Metal. He skipped Crash. He went to Bubble.
We're running out of things here.
Went back to Crash. He still hadn't tried Charge Sheet. Crash it is, though. I think that was a little low, but I think he finds Quick as a weakness for Stage 2 anyway, or Phase 2.
Alright, he made it through no problem. Meanwhile, EasyDanger using the Metal Blade against the Pico. Definitely a favorable weakness over the Crash, as we saw earlier.
Alright, now we're in the quiet hallway where the acid rains.
Yeah, I believe this is randomized silence as well. No, not really.
Yeah, every time It's either silence with silence on top of it, or it's just silence, one or the other. So it's a 50-50 chance for the hallway to either be extremely quiet or just kind of quiet. That's absolutely not true. Don't listen to anything I just said. But we are fighting the alien, and we found him Buster Week, so you can listen to that. And you can also listen to this, because LVCreed finishes and wins his tournament match against EasyDanger 2-0, finishing with an official SRL time of 35 minutes and 39 seconds. GG's to LVCreed. Good stuff, good stuff.
Alright, and here we got EasyDanger wading through the toxic goo and Wily3 here, fighting the chickens on the spikes. Not having a tough time at all with these chickens now. He's been fighting so many of them so long in this race. He's got this.
Yeah, we'll see if we can't perhaps get Creed in here for an interview here shortly.
EasyDanger missed by about a pixel or two there and just barely got poked by a spike, but unfortunately Mega Man is essentially a balloon, so didn't work out so well.
Yeah, and that's actually going to put Creed to face off against X Apollo 2 in winners round 2. Apollo 2 got a bye the first round, so GG's to Creed, of course. See if we can shoot him an invite. And Easy making it through the guts tank here on his way to Wily 4. I think Kame, are you
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get going now here, unfortunately. But thanks for having me, man. It was great watching. This was actually a pretty decent race. It was nice seeing the different tactics and all that. But yeah, I'm a little bit late here, so have a good night and take care.
Yeah, hey, thanks for commentating with me, Mr. Kame Sinin. Everybody give him a round of applause. What a great guy, the Buster only guy. And you have a race coming up soon, huh?
Yeah, tomorrow at noon Eastern.
Alright, guys, so make sure to tune into that. And then, shout outs to him for the co-commentary. And yeah, thanks for sticking around and checking out the races, commentating with me, man.
Yeah, thanks for doing this, dude. I'll see you.
Yeah, no problem. All right. So we'll hopefully get LVCreed in here shortly for an interview, and while EasyDanger wraps things up here. Hey, what's up, Creed? How you doing, man?
I'm good, Charlie boy. How you doing, man?
Pretty good, man. I was pretty excited to see you race, and man, you did some stuff that I liked particularly, man. Especially on the Wily 4 screen that Easy's actually going across right about now. You shot bubbles into to notice the pit. I like that tech, man. I might have to borrow that from you.
Yeah, with the pits being randomized, well, the invisible floors randomized in Wally 4. If I don't get the vertical scroll that puts me on the top of that particular ladder, it's probably best, especially if you don't have enough item to make the trip and you're saving it, like I usually tend to do. You definitely would choose bubble. It's actually old school. I mean, I wouldn't think that once you find out what the floor was when you were a kid playing Mega Man 2, finding out that there was a fake floor, you probably would use bubbles to find out where that friggin' hole was. So in that regards, if you don't have the ability to just cross over with item 2, you just put out good old bubble and here you go. You find yourself a hole and hopefully jump over it.
Yeah, that's really legit, man. I mean, I like the item 1 zip you did, and instead of item 3, seeing that item 3 was locked behind a Heat Man. I wouldn't have ever thought of that. Well, I mean, I might have thought of it, but man, it looks like you've practiced that plenty, and your execution was great, man. Good stuff. Anything that particularly gave you any troubles between the first 2 seeds, or these 2 seeds?
To be fair, not really. I kind of still feel a little funny about that miss item 2 jump in Airman stage during the first race. That looked a little silly. But other than that, the routing for the most part was fine. I would probably say that the second race I kind of slipped up my routing a little bit. I wasn't planning on doing crash so early. Even I had some trouble with it, but not too much to pay too much mind. The thing was, of course, you was hoping to have item 1 for Crashman, and of course, item 1 was actually locked in Woodman stage. I actually probably would have went there first rather than go to Crash, because I prefer to actually try to do wood zips. I didn't do them this time, but I actually do try for good wood zips. But the second race, I just kind of just committed to Crash and find that I don't want wind up being wood, so I kind of lost a little bit of time in that regard. But other than that, considering it was still a 35, that's still a pretty good run.
Yeah, you definitely made it out of Robot Monster sub 20 as well. That was pretty impressive, especially for a randomizer. I know it's kind of normal sub 20 for the vanilla game, or like maybe even 17s or 18s ish is kind of normal for people who are sub 30 people that finish sub 30 overall in the any percent run. But to see it in the randomizer is like something like fresh. It's really good. It's really impressive. I mean, good stuff for sure.
Yeah, but I would probably say that if you want to try to get really good at randomizer and you're trying to search for PBs in particular, like I said, probably around sub 40 would be a good time to say that that you're getting to a point that you're becoming really really good. I will probably say the next threshold will probably be about a 37. Then maybe 35s and belows will probably about really high caliber as far as randomizer runners. So once you get to that point, you're kind of good as gold as knowing as to how the randomizer works and how to think about running around through any possible situation. Well, most situations, I will probably say that there are some situations that even the best runners probably couldn't even anticipate. Luckily for my runs, that wasn't the case.
Right? Yeah, man. I mean, you run it. You got a 35 this time. I think the first one you got maybe a 36 or 37 ish, something like that. Really, really tight runs. It's a pleasure to watch.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, and next you're going to be facing up against X Apollo, and that's a winners round 2 match. Apollo actually got the bye in the group. There was 3 groups, A, B, and C, with 7 runners apiece in each group. So one got a bye. So you actually lined up with Apollo for your next opponent in order to make it to the final stage. So are you familiar with Apollo and how he runs?
Actually, no, I am not. But I believe that X Apollo did post a PB in the Discord at some point at the 44. I not to compare times, even though I do have a 35, there are could be situations because of the nature of the randomizer. You can get times that can really feel blech at some point. I mean, I would like to say yesterday evening I decided to do a practice rando run, and I really had a really sour run. I wound up getting a 40 on a run.
Uh-huh.
So getting so it's always going to depend on what kind of seeds or enemies you get. So I just can't say all because I saw X Apollo's PB time and compared to my time that the race is gonna be like easy academic. You cannot assume that when you go into randomizer. I will probably say I will probably come in somewhat as a favorite, but that doesn't mean anything in terms of randomizer.
Yeah, anything can happen for sure. Man, like, did really good today, but who knows what kind of seeds we'll get? Who knows what kind of races for the next race?
Exactly.
Oh, Easy taking a death here to Airman now, trying to finish up his refights here. He's actually his first race he PB'd by 26 minutes, and now he's at the 6 minute mark, which I think is a little bit behind the first race, but regardless, you can see the improvement from the last time we saw him during the exhibitions to now to the during the tournament race. So hoping he only improves in his second chance or his loser side match, which will be determined shortly as the tournament moves along.
Yeah, I'll be keeping tabs of Easy Danger. Of course, I've been around for some of the exhibitions, being part of some of the commentary during those exhibition races for their weeklies. Easy Danger has come quite a ways, coming down the 50s, now coming down to the 40s. That shows that Easy Danger has been improving his overall quality of play and has been adjusting to what the randomizer has to dish out. So like I said, you talk about a guy that had a controller issues and just broke down and continued on keyboard with all the craziness that the randomizer can dish out. Easy Danger I had to give it up for Easy Danger for just continuing to improve his skills in Mega Man 2 Randomizer.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Easy. He's gonna go ahead and get this Wily fight over and done with, and yeah, now he's on to the alien. And he's been improving a lot. Like it's awesome. I'm hoping I'm doing some improvement myself too. Like whenever I first wanted to start running this tournament, I was hitting like an hour and 5, and then finally hit sub an hour and then sub 50, and I'm still yet to hit a sub 40 personally. My PB's around the 42 mark right now. But then again, I need to run more, and I guess the seeds too. It's just all about decision making, right? Like
Yeah,
giving
you really gotta, in order to do actual randomizer runs, you really gotta be. I don't want to say clutch, but you gotta have at least some decent decision making in order to realize what you have, what items you got, what weapons you have, and just see which way the randomizer wants you to go in order to go fast. Of course, it being Mega Man, you can pretty much go anywhere, but knowing what you have and knowing how to use them in a specific order to maximize the potential of what you have, that is key in particularly going fast in a randomizer run.
Yeah, definitely. And GG's to Easy Danger here, finishing with a time of 49:01. Good stuff to him. We'll see if he wants to hop in for a quick interview and see his thoughts on this seed, and yeah, we'll wrap things up shortly afterwards. Let's go ahead and try to get him in here right quick. I like the thanks for watching. Good sportsmanship from Easy here. Hey, what's up, Easy? Hello?
Sorry about that. I forgot that I don't have that it's not automatically turned on. I'm not used to using the push to talk.
Oh no, you're good. So unfortunately, that's gonna put you in loser's side. But you did really, really well. You had a 26-minute PB your first race. Pretty excited about that. Actually, personally, I'm happy for you. You're happy. I am.
Yeah, the first race, that's a PB overall. I think my PB was 51 minutes overall. And like I said in IRC, that race PB is from one of the races where my controller stopped working in the middle of the race, so I had to switch to keyboard. So hopefully it would be faster than that.
Right. Well, that's legit. Yeah, I remember the switching to keyboard. We were talking about that. We were talking about you've been putting in a lot of work here. We saw you starting out with time slightly over an hour, and now you've hit sub 50, and you're working on sub 40s and stuff. Yeah, so I mean, your improvement's definitely showing. Good stuff. Good race here against Mr. Creed.
Yeah, thanks. GG2Creed. That sub 50 is really big for me. Because I've been really frustrated not being able to get that so far. But definitely GG2Creed. Those are some amazing times coming in.
And GG to you too. You have improved quite a bit since during the earlier races. It shows that, like I was telling Charlie Boy, it shows that you're improving and knowing how the randomizer works. All you just gotta do is just keep adding, just keep practicing, and times will go down. That's just the natural thing, the natural order of things in speed runs in general.
Yeah, totally. This one kind of scary. I kind of feel like I played opposite between the two seeds. The first seed I ended up in the Wily stage, and I had like a million E-tanks, and this one I just barely got through the refights.
Hey, you did really good on the first seed for sure. Like I think for most of the race you were about one stage. Well, you were even with Creed up until about the end of the Wily stages, or excuse me, the end of the 8 Robos, and then you were about one stage behind when Creed went into Wily 1. Then you were about one stage behind whenever he was, I think whenever he finished Pico, you were getting toward the Dragon. So I mean, you weren't very far behind. Like anything could have happened in that race. If Creed would have maybe like took some deaths on Wily 4, you could have took it. You could have took the lead and took over. But was there anything in particular about these two seeds that gave you any trouble, or what you're gonna maybe work on to improve in the future?
For me, definitely those chickens are the bane of my existence. To see those in Airman stage, that really, I think that's where I lost the most time this seed, was taking that death and having to come back to Airman later, just because those chickens were screwing me up so much.
Yeah, Airman was really rough that seed. I mean, I really had to be careful. Yeah, it's so easy to just jump, think you're good, get a jump in, and all of a sudden you get whacked by a chicken in midair and wind up just falling down. Is that the seed can just go downhill just like that?
Yeah, exactly. The chickens, the crabs, and the shrimp, especially on a stage like Airman, are really dangerous. Did you find I ended up using Leaf Shield, and that made Airman a lot easier. Did you find that?
No, I don't think I had leaf shield for Airman. I usually don't tend to use weapons on Airman because of the nature of the air shooter. So I rather not dig for weapons on Airman. So my Airmans could pretty much just be either longer or shorter, depending on if he's Buster Week or not. In this seed, I remember he wasn't Buster Week in that particular seed. So my Airman just happened to run particularly long.
I meant on Airman stage. That's how I got past the chickens, was with the Leaf Shield.
Oh, I use quick boomerangs.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I saw that. Creed was using quick boomerangs to get past those chickens, and then we made a comment about how easy switch to you found the leaf shield the second time through. So I mean, yeah, good stuff. Finding the weaknesses. It's always good to find small weaknesses per enemy, so that way, and especially if you find them early on, end up using that to your advantage throughout the whole run.
Yeah, it would have been awesome if I found that the first time I was an airman instead of having to come back until after I got all the other 8 robos down.
Yeah, for sure. Well, good races to both of you guys. I'm gonna say Creed is gonna play Apollo next, and then Easy, you are waiting. You have a little bit of a wait. You play the loser out of not me and Bob, but me and Bob play, and then that moves whoever into winners round 2. The Daggett and Captain Bulbo play, and that moves the winner of that into winners round 2. And that's the winner, the loser of those 2 winners, the guy you're gonna end up in the loser side. So you're not out of it just yet. You actually the way things worked out, you matched up to where you only have to win 1 match, and you will be in the final bracket. So you're in losers round. You got the bye. You did end up getting the bye in the losers round because of that.
Oh, that's rad.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'll just say I didn't expect to stay in the tournament too long just because I'm so new. So I figured that I was already working at a disadvantage. So I expected to be in the losers bracket. This group stage, it goes from 7 to 4. It drops the entrance from 7 per group to 4 per group, and then it takes 4 per group and throws it all into a big bracket at the end. And yeah, so I mean, and the way it's set up, it looks like if you win your losers match, you'll be on the way out. Creed has to win his winners match or his losers match. He'll be on to the final bracket as well. So yeah. Well, yeah, thanks for the races. Thanks for having me. I'm having a blast, win or lose.
Yeah, it's been really fun. I just want to thank you, EasyDanger, for racing with me, sticking it out. It's been fun. You, Charlie Boy, and Kame Senin, I heard he had to bow out, but thanks to y'all too for commentary. Of course, naturally, Speed Gaming as always, SRL in the background, stand up races, just duck fist for the randomizer for itself. Geez, there's a whole bunch of people to thank, don't you think?
Oh yeah, definitely so.
Yeah, all the organizers. Thanks you, Charlie Boy. Thanks Creed for the race. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope this has been entertaining and fun for you guys as well.
And definitely so. With that, I think unless you guys got anything else to add, I'm probably gonna end up wrapping this thing out. You guys got anything else?
Feel free. We're all good to go.
Yep, I'm good. Feels Mega Man.
All right, guys. Well, we actually have 4 matches lined up for tomorrow. Pretty crazy. Starting at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll see Kame Senin, who was on commentary with me against Infinite Mystery. We've got 2 lined up for 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which will be race 2 of my match versus Bob the Builder. We ended up Bob had internet troubles, and so we didn't get to finish race 2. So race 2 will be there, plus Daggett and Captain Bulbo are going to be at 5 p.m. as well. And then later on in the night, we'll have Mad Mega X381 versus Matt Philly at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So y'all make sure to look for those 4 races on Speed Gaming. And see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.